we just wanted to have a formal introduction with, we have not met or spoken in the past.
Right. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं है। क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, one and all. Thank you so much for joining us today for another interactive and informative session on this beautiful afternoon of Saturday. We welcome all you to celebrate our 72nd edition of Business Opportunity Chai webinar series. A series which we have started on 1st of May 2020, and we able to serve you more than 200 plus brands so that you get your best brand for your business opportunities. We welcome our panel member, Mr. Gaurav Maria, who's the chairman at Franchise India Group, along with our second panel member, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She's the MD at Franchise India Brands Limited and Director at Remax. Today, we are presenting you great brand from Bombay, CAB. Yes, the brand which is known for its world-class system of career assessment and guidance for all the ages, starting from 15 years to 60 years. That's the potential of this particular brand. And we have privilege that we have founder of CAB system, Mr. Sanjay Sawant with us. He's a BA in electronics. He done his MBA from US and he's also MS in psychology. Thank you so much, Sanjay sir, for sparing time today and talking digitally to all our investors. So over to you, sir, to share your journey with our investors. Thank you so much.
Namaskar. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I would like to thank Gaurav ji and Sonia ji for focusing on this important sector of education, which is actually the foundation for the new India that's going to happen and take place. Just a small brief about myself. I have been into technical sales and business development, and that's where I started, looking at the entire education system because I was working for U21 Global as the country head for the online MBA programs. And then I realized the quality of education and the importance of education vis-a-vis career as it is in various developed countries as against India. And that's where we started thinking, and around 2012 onwards, I started looking at how can we revamp the whole system. And today's presentation is going to be basically an insight into how we are trying to do a paradigm shift in terms of the approach to education, business, and the entire education sector. And we have tried to identify the root cause of that problem, and we are addressing that root cause here. So basically, we have designed this world-class system for career assessment and guidance. Let's go to the next slide if I can. Yeah. Now, basically, if you look at the challenges of current education system, the problem is career guidance that is being offered today all over India. It's basically nothing but selling of education degrees. So people are being asked to join a particular education course or a particular entrance exam, and with a dream that that particular course or degree is going to set their career. But there is a basic difference in terms of what is education and what is career, which is what we will be seeing as we go ahead. And still in India, the concept of career guidance is done by aptitude tests, which are actually of the 1950s in the US. Nobody in the world uses those tests, but many people in India who are giving career guidance still use those outdated tests for directing people to specific courses that they want to sell to them. Basically, it's a big industry, as you know, but it's become more of a business vis-a-vis the way it should be looked at from the student's development point of view. So people, if you see, there's an entire industry of coaching classes, which it's a 2 lakh crore industry global in India. And they have been selling dreams of jobs, and there are even MBA schools and colleges, and so everybody is trying to sell their course, but it is not career guidance. Career guidance is a different cup of tea, and that is what we are trying to tell people about and inform them about the difference between education and career. Can we move ahead, Archana? So why is there a need for change? See, the current education system in India is flawed, where the intelligence of people is measured only on the maths and science marks or the ranks that they score in various entrance exams. So basically, does it mean that those who are not good at maths, science, and who don't score good end up not having good careers? Or does it mean that everybody who scores good in maths and science and who has top ranked in entrance exam ends up having good careers? We did a basic survey. It realizes that it's not so true. Even people who got into IIT, and there are only top 5%, 10% who really make a difference. Most of the others have to struggle similarly as everybody else, unless they are really good at what they are trying to do. So if you look at globally, whether it's US, Europe, Australia, there are unique ways of identifying every person's individuality, focus on their strength, and then develop their area of expertise. So what we are trying to do here is first try to tell the students and parents, because that's where we're going to start from. It will not start from the business sector, because there the approach is different and the variables are different. When it comes to individual student and parent and people who are going to put in their hard-earned money and time into education, that's where we want to tell them to have a paradigm shift in their approach and mindsets, that we should look at yourself, look at your own strengths from the perspective, look at the various careers that would suit you because of the way you are. And then based on that, plan your next 5-10 years of career planning accordingly, so that you can decide what course you should take up, rather than people telling you that join this course so that you'll get a great future. That's not how it works, because that's why majority of engineering students, if you see, don't end up getting into engineering careers, because they do engineering but without having clarity why they are doing that engineering. Or we have many cases when students come and they say we want to be an engineer, and when I ask them what engineer you want to be, they have no answer. So because there are more than 90 to 100 branches of engineering, so which exactly would suit you, how do we know? We don't think on it. So that is where we are trying to make a change and help people to get a fundamental shift in their mindset to understand what is it that would suit them. Can we go ahead, Archana? Yeah. So this is a basic graph explaining the potential of current year, let's say 2019-20. We have tried to see what is the number of students in India who are in 10th. So all India, there are around 1.68 crore 10th standard students and 1.3 crore 12th standard students, so including state board, CBSE, ICSE, even a little bit of IB and so on. So it all ends up to be around 3 crore students, which are the potential business that we have for approaching career guidance. We're not even looking at graduating students and working professionals and people who are mid-careers, who are also the potential, because nobody actually really looks at themselves and plans their career. Most of the people in India go by default. So even if they are into a particular job, they are there mostly by default, and very few people are there by choice. You can find the difference basically. If a person is enjoying his job, that basically means that he's gone there with intention. And if he's not enjoying his job, which means that he's there because of default and he had no other option and he's just following it by default. So that's where we are trying to make a change and make everybody understand what is good for them. We'll move ahead. What are the challenges faced currently is that career counseling is not student centric. As I was telling you, there are no clarity of career goals. So if somebody tells you should do science or you should do maths or you should do engineering, but nobody tells you if I do engineering, whether I should do electrical engineering with maintenance or electrical engineering design. Somebody says you should be a doctor, but whether I should be a heart surgeon or a general physician or a veterinarian or a dentist or an Ayurvedic. What is that? Because every career, a good heart surgeon may not be a good general physician. You may have an education degree. We are not even doubting that. But that education degree does not guarantee you career success. Your career success is strongly based on who you are. And who you are is something which is inherent to you. So identifying yourself and going ahead with what is it that would suit you, and then planning a career. So getting a career goal is the starting point. So currently there is no approach like that to people who are getting career guidance. No profile matching of students to careers, and that is where we found a difference. We have actually mapped students currently to more than 3,000 careers, in end careers, and we help them identify which are the top 25, 30 careers that would suit them because of the way they naturally are. The students currently are blindly enrolling for various education or pro-sale program based on the marketing and advertising that they see, and then join this course and you'll be great, and that's how it's going on, which is not the right way to go when you're dealing with two things, either your health and your career. You should, for both of them, you should look at who you are and plan accordingly. In reality, many students drop out of their careers that they pursue, and that is the fact. We have seen many people joining professional courses, then don't get into the careers for which they have done. So people who have done civil engineering end up, getting into advertising. So people who have done IITs also end up getting into finance and then banking sectors. So there is a lot of mismatch with respect to what the education and the money that they spend on and time on and the careers that they are getting into. People look only for employment and not career, which results in temporary solutions which creates educated employed. That's the current problem in India. There are many educated people. They are unemployed because they don't want to work into a particular sector because somehow it is not suiting them or they have not thought too much about it. So this creation of temporary solutions of doing some degree and finding some job, you may get a job, but you cannot stay in that job for a long term. You do be there for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but beyond that, unless you have it in you, and if you look at the 21st century, it is not even government jobs are not assured. People, if you are not going to function, people will take you off. So only the fit and the people who are apt will survive. All the more reason why people should now look at what is it that they should do and which is the career they should focus on. So that is the point of view that we're trying to bring across. We'll go next. This is CAP test. Basically, these are the various certificates that we have got. We have worked. This is a copyright thing. There's an IP in India. There's an international IP that we have done in South Africa, and we are also have. And actually, when we initially started off with our research in 2012 to 2014, and we created a pilot here in Thane, from which we have been working for the last 7-8 years now. And we pitched this idea to the then Education Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Vinod Tawde. And we showed them that why we should break this culture of unnecessary hoarding for getting into one particular college or coaching classes or trying to get because all these things doesn't matter in the long run, and we should look at help people understand what is it that they are good for. After which they launched this test, aptitude career mapping test that we called it, Kalamapan Chachni, for the government of Maharashtra, and we did a pilot for them. For the initial 2,000 students, it was tested, and in the accuracy levels, the reliability was done by an independent body. It was as high as 86% and above. So we have all that record, and then it worked well. So it started off with government of Maharashtra, and we have been doing it since then with various organizations. Today we have reached around 30,000 students, both retail and individually, basically being from one particular place in our office in Mumbai, Thane, where we are. Yeah, next. So this is what it is. We initially put a lot of efforts in trying to identify what is the difference. It all started when a person came to me saying, what should I do and what am I good at, and how can we tell whether a person is good at a particular thing or not. Aptitude tests are just one small aspect for a particular trait. For example, it can be an engineering aptitude, there can be a maths aptitude, there can be a literature aptitude, there can be a design aptitude, but that's just a small part. Just because I have an engineering aptitude does not mean I should be an engineer. There are so many other things that also I could be good at, or there are so many other things from engineering which I may not like and I may not be good at. So we did a basic research and tried to identify what is it happening globally, and based on that we created our own research. There a foundation for it was a basically US $2 billion research by the government of US and the other European countries which have done some researches in this field. So just like aptitude tests were designed and personality tests were designed, there have been various tests and foundations designed, and based on that we created our system called career analysis and profiling. And this test is an online test that we have created, and we exhaustively used basically currently by people who are aware of and such systems of career mapping. That's the uniqueness about it. This is not aptitude test. The in thing for the 21st century is not aptitude test but career mapping test. Career mapping test is where an individual is mapped by various algorithms to a particular career based on their own unique strengths and how you capture it. So that's the basic approach of CAP test. There are 3 steps involved basically. The first step is to take this online test. It's a maximum 30-minute test, and it is a test to be taken without any preparation. It's simply an honest rating to a random life situation. For example, a question could be like, I like to play adventure sports, and rate between 0 to 10. So whatever the person feels, he should just go ahead and rate it. So like that, there will be 75 random situations. The person simply has to be honest to himself and rate how he would respond to that situation by rating from 0 to 10. And that's it. And submit that. It takes, the test. Once the test is submitted, it takes 24 hours for the report to get generated. So 35 page PDF report gets generated, which captures more than 300 parameters about that individual, and then maps that traits or strengths and weaknesses with more than 3,000 careers. So it's an AI basically which has been designed. It's based on a cloud and artificial intelligence approach, which helps to create the final report of mapping the student to that, which is then analyzed by a counselor at the back end, and the person gets the report. Once the report is given, the report is self-explanatory. Currently, we have the report in English and Marathi for because we did it for Government of Maharashtra, and we've been doing it in these 2 languages, but it can be expanded to other languages, regional languages as well. And then post that is the counseling session, where the parent, the child, and the counselor, the psychologist who's been trained on understanding the CAP report and helping the parent and the child to understand their own strengths vis-a-vis the various parameters that are globally used for identifying career strengths, and then tells them these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses, this is the area you should go about. And finally, the top 30 careers are there at the end, along with the details of career path, education path to follow. And it's a self-explanatory thing, and the counselor helps the child to narrow down on what our career areas would suit him. And if suppose somebody says I want to be a doctor, and doctor is not coming as the top 30 careers, then it can also identify which are the weak areas because of which it is difficult for him to become let's say a dentist or a dermatologist or a heart surgeon. So we can identify those exact traits which the child needs to develop if he wants to go ahead. So we don't say that you cannot do this. We simply identify and tell you these would be the areas which you'll have to develop, because for somebody who it comes naturally, they would be able to do it better. For example, becoming an actor. Everybody wants to be an actor, but if it doesn't come to you naturally, then we can identify which are the traits, which are the weak areas which you need to develop, and that based on which you can then focus and try to look at how you can plan your career. So these are the 3 steps that are involved in the entire career guidance process. The first level. The counseling sessions can be multiple times post after that, which we have been doing based on what the child and the parent chooses and how many times they want to approach for education, guidance, future, which course to join, which college to join, whether to go in India, abroad. All that becomes a part of the education counseling session, which can also be an extension of this after the step 3. But fundamentally, these are the 3 steps that are part of the process of CAP. Yeah. What would be the benefits? Basically, we have seen, and this has been our experience over the last 4 years, we have and the students that we have covered, the student becomes more focused. Right now, the student are simply going by, hoping that something would happen. They rather pray to the temple and then hope that things would work, rather than taking the efforts of taking some information, looking at their own self and finding out. So the focus shifts from employment to career. That's one major change. Because right now people simply say job milega kya, job milega. That is not the solution. Getting a job again will be a short-term solution that doesn't help you to grow. And in today's market, unless you are suitable for the career, nobody will give you a job. You may have all the degrees in the world, that makes no difference to you, to the employer, because the employer is looking at their business model, which is how the entire situation is globally. So you need to shape up yourself based on what the market demands. Students and parents they spend actually lakhs of rupees, so that can be saved basically on the coaching and the entrance exam. Because if you look at it, even like right now, the IIT coaching sector that is growing globally and across various sectors. And the point is of IIT coaching, we know that the passing percentage is hardly 5-6%, not because the others are not capable, but because the government doesn't have those many seats. So it's like, say 5 lakh people appearing for the exam and there are only 10,000 or 12,000 seats. So same is the case for CA. So, but then everybody tries to go through that coaching. And now at the basic, you can realize whether you have it in you or not. And if you can do the coach, give the exam, but no matter how much coaching you try to do, like suppose I decide I want to become Olympic, gold medalist, I cannot do it because I simply should know that I don't have that capacity to be among the top 3 percentile. So taking a more realistic, that doesn't mean I cannot be an athlete. I can surely be. That doesn't mean I cannot be an engineer. So becoming an electrical design engineer should be the goal, rather than saying I want to become an electrical design engineer to this particular college or this particular institute. That becomes a very narrow approach, and it also creates a lot of frustration and confusion, and you end up spending a lot of money. So the career mapping report that the student gets helps them create their own career path. So this is the approach we are trying to shift. Like coming back to the concept of Atmanirbhar, we are trying to tell everybody that don't expect others to do changes for you. You are to be dependent for your own career. Up till the age of 15, parents are there, they are there to guide, but after that you have to slowly take charge of your life. You have to, and this is where the CAP test report helps you to identify yourself. It helps you to look at yourself from a perspective of what are my strengths vis-a-vis various career segments, and then which are the areas in which my careers would be, my strengths would be useful. And the other areas where if I'm weak, if I would like to develop them, I should. If I could not, then let me look at it differently. So it becomes more a realistic approach towards education. Students become more clear about the various career possibilities. This is interesting. Now, many people are not even aware about the careers they would be suiting. I had a very unique case actually around 5-6 years by, where there was a guy who was 98%, and the parents had come to me for guidance, and the test told that he would be doing good if he focuses on wine making and food industry and so on. And they were both the parents were doctors, and they were shocked, and they said no, we won't let it go. And then we said, it's finally your choice. We would show him what you're good at. But just during lockdown last month, I got a call from the father after around 4-5 years saying that he tried into various schools. He did not go, and today he's taken admission in New Zealand for winemaking, and he's very happy there. And he's asked me to call you saying that we should have followed you 4 years back, but now we are happy that you're doing it. And that gave us a lot of sort of satisfaction that it had just, people have to be be clear about what is it that should be good at. They should not look at what the world is saying, what others would say, because that doesn't help in the long run. What matters in the long run is what you are. So the confident and focused approach to a particular career path over the next 5, 10, 15 years, that's how it would be different. Also, they get clear career focus, and that's actually more important, because still now, even if I go to final year MBA students or final year BE students and ask them what is the career you want to get into, they are not clear. They are not sure. They say we'll try to attend various interviews in which whoever gives us job. Now that is not how career direct planning works. Just by giving jobs, even right now the situation is, even if you get into a skill development course, if you're not good at a particular skill, you cannot just simply take that course and expect that you will be getting career. The 21st century and post Corona, we know that everybody now is getting more and more serious about the stuff that they focus on or they spend their money on, and this is where the change is going to happen. There is indirectly a change of approach and mindset already set in. where people are looking at genuinity of things rather than the mass appeal and the advertising. So that is one difference that's happening. That would how test would benefit. We'll go to the next slide. Just to give you an example about what we have achieved now, like it would also be like initially when I try to pitch this idea, people were saying that, have you proved it? Does it really work? Is it only theory? How come? So we decided we should not, get into telling people, but try to prove it from our own experience. So we did this pilot, and we've been sitting in this office where I'm right now from. And we started first year, we just got 21 students. This is the retail numbers, and we did no advertising actually, because I wanted to see how the market response. The only local advertising we did was an online Just Dial ad, which just for people to know that we are there. And this is how the numbers have grown over the years. This year, last year, we've reached around 597. This year, we'll be reaching around, because of Corona, it has indirectly made people more aware. We are crossing 1,000 now. So retail numbers are growing because people come, take the test, and they have counseling sessions by coming to office or through Skype right now, or online Zoom right now, as it is happening. And there is another aspect which happened. Now, these are organic numbers. We have not done any advertising. So that's one of the, as a marketer, as a business development person, this gives me a lot of confidence that there is a big demand. There's a huge demand. Only thing is people have to be aware that this is an option available. And that's what all our efforts are now in this direction. We'll go to the next slide. Basically, the next slide is about institution numbers that we have achieved. Now, this is a surprising fact. First year, we did it for Government of Maharashtra. But that, as we did, we realized that the entire new segment is opening up where there are institutes. Like we were approached by Ronnie Screwvala, who's the founder, of course, of Swadesh Foundation. He's the film director, producer, UTV, and Swadesh movie and Jodha Akbar and so on. So he runs an NGO in Raigad district of Maharashtra called Swadesh Foundation. So they approached us, and then they analyzed, what is it that we are doing, and they understood the importance of what we are coming from. So they initially, hired us for counseling around 100 schools, and the students of that in around 4 blocks of Raigad. And then it grew on. Today we are doing 8 blocks in Raigad, around 8,000 students for this particular foundation. And along with that, we have also been parallelly doing, we got a Lal Bagh Raja Foundation, which wanted to do career guidance for around 1,000 students. So last year we did for that. There's Rotary clubs who approach us, and these are institutions who do it for people who cannot afford to come on the and spend money and take the test and counseling, but they sponsor them and even as a CSR activity, we have been working and helping the entire segments of students and parents in getting clarity. So that is an entire segment. Right now, we have worked from an Adivasi village segment in Raigad right to a South Bombay, Kolaba-based, parent and to study, who wants to go and study in US or New Zealand. So we have actually covered the entire spectrum, and we have seen that it actually is benefiting people of all segments and also all ages, which I would come to ahead, because there are mid-segment people also, people who are 25 to 35, who are frustrated with their job, got all the education degrees, but now they're not able to grow. There are people who are retired early, probably, VRS, and they don't know what to do. They have also taken the tests and then gone ahead and now joined various courses based on their own strengths that it has guided. There's an excellent choice of, a career of a case study where a lady who's working for CRISIL for around 15 years, and then with all the frustration, with all the burnout that happened throughout the years, she now took up the test to understand what is it, and it turned out she could be doing good if she focused on bakeries and other subjects, and now she started her own bakery over the last 2 years and she's enjoying it. So it works in various segments. So that's what I just wanted to convey through this particular set. So there are 2 segments which work: individual and institutional. On both segments we have seen. So this is our own market feedback, which has given us the confidence that if sitting at one place and approaching a physical presence, there's a limit to which we can reach. So that is where we see now that the next step for it has to be where we try to reach out, because the need is everywhere. We've got people coming from Bhopal, or people calling from even Northeast Nagaland. So we just want to wonder how we can take it further. Yeah. Can we move ahead, Rachana? I'll just give a small thing on revenue, that it is possible to generate revenue. Today it's around, just by sitting at one place, it started from 4 lakh. Right now it's around 36, 40 lakh. This year we may be beyond 50. So it does work, and this is all without any advertising. And that's where we are, as a marketing person, I know that if we are able to market and advertiser, obviously the number of inquiries increase automatically, the number, and most of them are, references and word of mouth, which again gives me a lot of confidence on the product and the market need. So let's move ahead. Now, what do you need to become a CAP franchisee? Now, I've thought a lot about it, and what we have learned from our own experiences, the counselors that we have hired over a period who are now working as our counselors even in the regional areas, is that first is you should possess a passion for student counseling. Unless you, just like, because we are telling people that you should do a job which you are passionate for, and we should be also walking the talk. So we should not be here saying that we are doing it only for the business aspect of it. Business should be a byproduct, which is what we are also. See, the basic fact behind me starting this and getting on leaving a corporate job was not because after a level money is cannot be the primary driver. Your primary driver has to be something that makes you feel worthy, something that makes you feel you have achieved something. So money, we have seen it comes as a byproduct. So first part we are looking at is you should be passionate about helping students. It's like a doctor. If you don't become a doctor to make money, you become a doctor if you really want to help people recover and see that nobody gets any disease. So that should be the mindset. So that's our approach first. Second is you must have a need, a desire to develop your own brand, because wherever we set up CAP franchises, our idea is, of course, CAP test is the back end, but we want the front end to be it's like a local doctor. Like we have developed a good, let's say, a blood testing machine. So that testing machine has its own strengths, but the doctor should be able to help, counsel, guide, be of support to the local parents and students, so that you save them from this, net of exploitation of money through various coachings and donations and all that, and show them exactly what is the right way for them to follow. So that expert career counselor, of course, we do train individual, but back of the mind, our approach is this, that we want you to become the local brand wherever you are, so that people look at you as a career counselor. Right now, this is not happening. Whoever are the career counselors currently available, either they are charging huge money and they are helping you to simply join some universities and colleges where again they have a business interest in, which is not the right way to go. So we would urge that, if you have that vision of becoming a personal long-term career counselor, that would be the driving factor for us. There should be an office space, just like for a one-to-one counseling session for parents and students. So it should be like a doctor's office, or like what we have where people can come. Ideally, if it should be approachable, people could come down and people would know about your presence there. Ability to market oneself in the chosen geography. Now, we of course would help you to create your own awareness, but we would depend on you. Every market would have a different way of trying to promote yourself in that segment. So we would want that you should also be a little proactive in trying to spread the word that you are doing this and grow in that particular area as an expert career counselor. And readiness to expand the operations, and because we are very sure once you start off, obviously there would be more demand coming, and you should have the capacity to employ more people, hire more people, or open up more branches, because it would start expanding from that. So we expect that these are the basic prerequisites that a franchisee should have, and if he fills into that, you're on the right track. And we would like to help and work together to reach out to more and more parents and students to get career clarity. I think we have reached the end now, and probably we can take up question and answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanjay, and very well explained. And I should congratulate you to take a very tough call. It's not easy when you are working in a corporate life and work with the large companies, and you are in comfort of. I always say that paycheck and cocaine are two very big addictions, right? So once you get to a paycheck structure, coming out of a paycheck and starting an entrepreneurship is very difficult. And similarly, if you get on a drug, you don't come out of the drug easily, right?
True, very true.
You have really taken your passion and started this business. And this is very interesting why we chose also to bring your business to our audience, which is both available on the webinar and also on Facebook Live. Because at this stage, a lot of people are thinking like what you're thinking. And they also always thought that they want to really choose this as a career, or become career counseling expert and things of that nature, but they have no tools, they have no ability, they have not structures. Career counseling is just not it needs a lot of tools to be done that. So first, I will like you to give a little bit of methodology for everybody, how is the whole methodology works. And you can set me as an example. If I was a student and I'm approaching you, how do you deal with me, and what kind of an entire thing? And at different age groups behave very differently, and they come with their own presumptions and expectations and a lot of other things. How do you really address that? That's one question of mine, which we would like to start. Second question is, how big is this industry? While we talk about the number, because the career counseling globally is very, very big. And this has been used by admission counselors. This has been used by, career counselor is also a position in almost every academy, every school, every college, every coaching center, every skill enhancement. There is a young girl who's started her own career right away and now giving counseling to somebody who's almost on the same age. So these career counselor is actually a little bit of a misused word also. A lot of
Exactly.
When you go to a good institute, you find a 21-year-old which actually passed out last year from the same institute. It becomes a career counselor in that same institute. So, and giving advice to 2 years younger to her and things like that. So what is the real picture of this career counseling? So let's talk about the opportunity and give me the process of how you would do that.
Great. I think you have touched the raw nerve of the entire business model. When we started, this is exactly the problem, that there has been no research. In fact, when I filed my patent, there is absolutely no research in India specifically in this area of whether it is career guidance, or there are people doing MA in psychology or even PhDs in various, but there is no research at all in the field of career guidance and career mapping or career testing. And this is where we were shocked that how are people giving guidance. Even the best of counselors that we were looking at, they were simply using the aptitude test, and most of them were actually manipulating. So as we realized that there is no scientific approach, there is no strong data, there is no strong matching of whether out of 100 students that you've done, how many have really benefited, how many have really ended up doing what you have guided them. In fact, so that is where we realized that the entire segment is very murky, and it requires, so how the starting point that is therefore for us was to create a strong tool which is tested, patented, reliability test. So that took us the initial 4 years, 5 years to create this tool and test it out. Now it involves, if somebody comes across as to us for a career guidance, the first step we tell them is to, okay, whatever you like, whatever you are, whatever marks you receive, 10, 90% or 35% makes no difference to us. You first take this test online. You go, go on the website through your mobile or a laptop or a desktop, sit across and be honest and just rate those situations and submit it. That's it. Once they do that, the first part.
This is a time bound. You have to do it.
No, there is no time bound. There's no time bound in it, and it maximum people take is around 20 minutes. In fact, the elder you people are, the more age, like the person who was 62 who took the test, it took 3 days to take the test, because the more bigger you are, the more you think, and then you go back and you. So there is no time limit to it. Ideally, you should sit at a stretch and do it, but we gave a 3-day window, so anytime you can go and log in and take it. But normally it's over in 25-30 minutes. That's what people in 10th standard, 12th standard students are able to do. And once the test is over, that is where the report comes. That is where the actual part starts. It's like when you go to a doctor and doctor says, please do this blood test. And initially the doctor would see, but once the blood test report comes, or the MRI, whatever, that report will be the starting point for the solution. Unless that is where the importance of the tool is very, very crucial. Because if the tool is not proper, if it is not able to exactly identify pinpoint. In fact, we are also able to check, if somebody just gives a test slightly and purposely doesn't give the right sort of answers, that mismatch also can be seen within the report, and the counselor can actually understand that this person has not taken the test seriously, and we can. That is where the counseling process actually opens up. And now this tool is a very strong. There are many good counselors. People who are really passionate, and they're just like there are many good doctors. But if the tool is wrong, if they don't have the right sort of direction, best of the counselor will not be able to help, and that's what's happening currently. There are people with good intention counseling also, but they are not able to help because they simply say आप science कर लो, आप arts कर लो, आप drawing देखो, आप ऐसे नहीं होना होता है. There has to be some basic. Why should I join within fine arts? Why should I go for painting? Why should I not go for sculpture? Why should I not go for music? Or why should I not go for performing arts? Again, within performing arts, should I do a stand-up comedy or should I become a theater artist? So there are so many traits which are there in every individual, and the tool helps the counselor to. In fact, I would say, tell you, and I'm also personally surprised. I personally have counseled more than 4,000-5,000 students individually over the last 7-8 years, and even today, if a new student takes a test, and when I look at the report is different. And the approach is different. So no two students are same, no two reports are same. And that is where the fun for counseling comes in. It's like a doctor having a patient every time, and the patient is unique, and the more you're able to understand him and guide him. In fact, that is where the bonding happens, where people like right now, I would like to give an example of a guy who I counseled 6 years back, and asked him that he would do good in robotics, but this is the path he should follow for doing an MS. An MS should be done after B. The B can be done from any small college also. You don't have to go to top colleges. And while doing this is what you should parallelly get into various newsletters, robotics, exhibitions, seminars, be part of it, we do projects, and these are the top global universities probably that you should look at. Germany, you should look at Japan, you should look at US. And then he went on, he was in touch throughout. But today, when he is in Germany, he's completed his MS and now he's doing his PhD there. And when he came back, his father is a simple, accountant. So it's not that they have got money, but it's the right amount of guidance. And when he approached, we were so happy that, he's a perfect case study of a person from 10th standard to PhD. And the way he's gone and now he's doing there and he's successful. And he says it's really working. I'm also parallelly doing research on various latest subjects in robotics that he's working on, which is quite interesting. So coming back to the point is every case is unique. The approach is like this, that it's like for the old times, there used to be doctors, which were family doctors. And those doctors used to be interested in your well-being. They were not interested in selling you the medicine or the whatever. So it is something like this. We want to be that counselor in a family. There should be a family career counselor who is interested in the child's benefit and not in the, trying to tell, you should do this course or do that, but give him a proper career path for the next 5, 8, 10 years. And it has worked. So right now we have entered after being into the field for around 8 years is because now we have proof that this has worked. Like last year we did for Swadesh a survey of how many people are actually following what we did. We are saying 8,000 students, and we did telecalling and identifying and tracking, and we were surprised that there were like ranging from 75 to 88% people have actually from various sectors like commerce, arts, ITI, then people are following ITI, and 99% people are following what we had told them to do. So that is giving us a lot of assurance that it is actually working on the ground. And the fact that people are coming again and again with references, person who had taken is coming back for his second daughter, or all that really works. So this is how the market is there, the demand is there, but the mindset needs to be changed. Just like, the career counseling is a requirement. As you rightly said, it's strong. It has lost its importance because people are not able to understand what it means. Even today, when I give career choices and ask people to come back, they still come back saying that, "Sir, हमको commerce करना है." And I said, "Baba, commerce क्यों करना है? आपने career choose किया क्या? Is there a career in commerce? Is there a career which says purchase manager, or which says payroll manager, or which is accountant?" वो clarity अभी भी उन लोगों में आनी है because they still look at career as education, which is a big mindset change, which requires, we need to actually go against the tide. That's what we've been doing for the last 5-6 years. It's not an easy job, but we know we are on the right track and trying to give the right inputs. So it will slowly take up.
It's a good business, and it is a very scalable business, very affordable business. We'll go down to the financial model, but I always have found that any kind of a professional service franchise really has 3 P's very important, and these 3 P are what I call the profile of somebody who adapts that profession. If you want to become a consultant, you want to become a counselor, you want to become even a lawyer or anything, you need to have a certain amount of profile for it. So that's very important. Second, you need to have a practice, which means that there is a vintage, there is a practice. Like you said, I've done 4,000 cases and so on and so forth. And finally, it will devolve on to the 3rd P, which is the performance. Performance means that if you have good performance, you get good referral and the word starts spreading in. So this is one of the advice I give it to every single prospective franchise. If you're looking to get into that, you need to really first see your own profile. Are you really cut out to be a counselor and this is your career path now? Second, you need to really do a lot of practice. You need to do initially a lot of work to get to that entire thing. And then your testimonials, what people would talk about it, would start coming in. So now I'll turn this question to you, Sanjay, in terms of that if I become your franchisee and in Ahmedabad, what is my next 3 months, 4 months look like? How do I get started? Because if it is a retail business, I know I would buy the stocks, open up the store, and customers would come coming in. But if I start a career counseling position, and you also said very important point that you need to brand yourself. You need to be the brand in that city. You need to be in Ahmedabad, the top guy who's a top class career counselor. How do you really do that? While you will give the tools, you will give the training, but what is the 3-4 months and how difficult it can be sometimes, because the first few days, few months, you might not get the business, the kind of business you would expect.
Yeah, exactly. That is what we have also gone through. As we saw, the first whole year, we got hardly 21 students. And we realized that, spending money is not the solution. Just by giving ads somewhere and spending big time in print media or other medias. But the advantage today is because of social media, because of your circle. So whoever, and as we said, one of our prerequisites, the first prerequisite was passion. So unless there's a passion, we don't want to simply give it because it will affect the brand. Like many people have approached us saying that we will open up, but the guy himself is not interested in education. So we said, we don't want to get along because we have been slow. But we know that we want to be there in the longer run for a longer time. There are many people who have come competitively with other sorts of career guidances, but we said we want to stick to it. And that's one of the criteria that you rightly said, that passion part, if it is not there, the performance would come from there. So money can obviously be the secondary. So what we say is, once you want to get started, first of all, you identify with this. If you want to be part of the story, if you want to be a player in this market, if you want to be a person who is part of the reform in the area that you're in, because in your area, wherever you are, there are schools and there will be career counselors. So you are now going to be a career counselor who will be different from all of them, because you will have a unique tool, which is a CAP test, and we will give an exclusivity of that. All inquiries and all from those regions would be mapped to that person. So then you have to promote in self, make people aware. Now that's where right now online tools like Facebook marketing or Google search identification, or even local, that is where we have to work with every individual franchisee to create a marketing plan or an advertising plan for their own region. It may turn out that there are 4, 5, 6 people, because what we have seen, like in Mumbai also, there is a scope for around 50 because every station east and west would have a counselor requirement. You don't have one person sitting in Andheri West cannot actually try to have an entire Andheri East and West also. So there is a big a potential for every area person to set up. So we mark the area for that particular franchisee, and then we create a marketing plan for the next 3 months, 6 months of how we are going to reach out and create an awareness and then initially we target the school students and what we have seen is the word of mouth spread very fast in this case. Like once you have the first 10, 20 coming in, the 10, 20 bring in the next 50 easily. So that is how, of course, it is right that the first year you will not see a big change, but we tell every franchisee that the first year for you should be to establish your presence there. That's why all our franchisee agreement are for 5-year period. We want that you should be there for the longer run. And the first year, 3 months, 6 months, that people become aware. And how do you reach out to all the 10th standard students in the schools? How do you reach out to all the 12th standard students in the schools? How do you reach out to all the graduate students, all the working professionals? That is where we create different strategies for different segments. We create seminars. We have, in fact, just like we having a webinar right now, we give and train a student that the people, franchisees, they can have a webinar in their local segment. They can have a seminar also. They can approach and invite people to a Sunday morning seminar for an hour or so, explain the students and parents about what is the shift that is happening, what are the various opportunities in career guidance. We have all those career guidance seminars also, which we hand over to them. So we are trying to slowly help them stand up on their own. 6-7 months, maybe we have seen that a person becomes an expert, and then they start telling us, this will work in my market, this will not. So we leave that to them, because finally it is for them to practice. and we leave that
What I'm
freedom to
trying
them.
to say is that the answer to get the early first 4 or 5 months, you need to stabilize and get your first, what I call opinion makers.
Right,
Every
first
business,
20,
first,
25 people,
first,
right.
any business you start, you in especially in a professional advisory businesses, you get opinion makers. Opinion makers are your first lot of people who become very successful with you, and then they spread a good word. So now, before I pass it on to Sonia, I would like to do a little bit of business model, financials, and understanding of that. So
Right.
you said small office you need to require to put it. This can be a good home office, which can be visited by a guest, because it has to have you getting the privacy and also having a comfort for them to do that. That's one investment. Any other investment you need to do? What is the franchise fees? What is the kind of structure
Right
you
now
charge?
we've kept a association fee of 5 lakh rupees, which makes us a signing up of an MOU for 5-year period. Where in that right now what we are doing is we will give them the training part and the support part throughout, and there is an app which we'll be installing on their office computers. If they want, they can make the people who come to them take the test on those particular desktop apps and so on, so that we can mark those particular students to them, so that we are trying to keep give them the independence of using that app as their own tool with their name on it, and for the segment that for that kept to test, and you are the authorized test taker for us. So that way we will be giving all the basic support and the backup. And then after that, and of course the training of how to read the report, how to understand the report, and the other aspect of even education guidance that is required post career guidance. So that so it's basically an association fee of 5 lakh rupees to start with, and the test is costing around 1,700 rupees, and the counseling costs around 1,450. So together it's around 3,100, which is a very nominal thing that we have kept. In fact, I started off with 4,000 rupees, and the first 2 years were with 4,000. But then I realized that for that they expect people expect that they should, and I should counsel them personally. So then we try to differentiate into test and counseling, so that those who want to take the test and Skype counseling, or they have a local counselor like somebody. So we've shifted that model that way. So 3,000 rupees odd, and out of which broadly, I'm just telling you, broad sharing is around 2,000 is for the franchisee, and 1,000 is for us. So that's how we are sharing it, around 70 30 to be very precise. So that becomes the basic business model. And now how much numbers do you require? So suppose you're getting 2,000, so the break even for if you're looking at 5 lakh rupees and another investment of rent and so on, so it's around 10 lakh rupees of your investment. So to break even, you will need to sort of reach out to 500 students over a period of, the earlier you do it, the faster it is. So if you get up 2-3 schools today, you will end up getting 500 students. But we still want to keep it open, and we want to see how it goes. So we will work with every individual in this particular model, and the profit sharing is in this way, and how they grow, and then
Would you change the franchise fees because a bigger cities like Ahmedabad or a city like say Rajkot would not be equal, and you give exclusivity on the city? So would you be open to give a little relaxation on smaller cities, because somebody say come from Ujjain, just small.
Agreed. I mean, this will have, right now what we have looked at is we have looked at a 4-kilometer radius. So whoever product takes up, or a pin code for that matter. So we give a particular person a franchisee for that particular pin code area, which generally is a 4-5 kilometer radius. So as you're rightly saying, if there's a smaller town, probably we will have to work out with the strategy for that, because for every franchisee, again, I'm saying this is a general approach that we have, and it is working for us. Probably for a small city like Raigad or as you're rightly saying, may not be the same. We'll have to work with that franchisee, but we are okay. Again, our intention is not to make money here, but to reach out to maximum people, parents, students, and help them. And the satisfaction that the person gets from it is something which is far more important, and that's where we want to get associated. So we will work. This is not a hard and fast thing that for every franchisee, based on the market demand and their own background. Obviously, many ex-teachers are approaching us, many retired teachers approach us, many people who have been into various businesses, but now they want to do something for the society. So all that sort of people, for everybody, it would be a different sort of thing, but we are open to. It's not a very hard and fast, rigid frame that we are working in. We are working for every individual separately. And the one thing you asked about is the potential of this industry. That's where I was, even if you look at the 3 crore people who are passing 10th and 12th in India, and a 3,000 rupees makes it a 9,000 crore industry just for this segment. And we even try to target, let's say 1% of it, still that becomes a big chunk. So there is a big potential, and I would not want to go there because there's no point in simply extrapolating numbers. But what I would say is that if once you sit in the region and area, you create your own market, and we would assure that we are there as a backup support for the committed 5 years and even beyond as we keep on expanding. We want to be there and reach out. Because that's where we are looking. Yeah,
very important. And Sanjay is happy to accommodate if you come from, and I think if you're interested to take a city and you feel that your profile is there, please reach out our business hotline, and we'll be more than able to address you. And being a counselor and expert himself, he will also tell you, is this business right for you or not? That's also
exactly.
I would like to invite Sonia. Sonia, over to you for overall industry analysis, and also to give a little bit on some questions, which I think a lot of questions are coming in if you want to take up some questions.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjay ji. I was going through, in fact, all your slides and insightful information that you gave is very, very relevant in today's time. And also, you rightly pointed out, career counseling, as far as India is concerned, is a very huge addressable market. And we have a big deficit currently in the sector. And what I was reading, and I'm sure you have better facts, we currently have about 1 lakh professional career counselors against a need of about 15 lakh, which is required in these times. Some of the schools and boards, because I see some people asking whether that's a mandatory for everybody to have a counseling done, while some national boards have made it mandatory for their schools to have certified counselors, but overall, I think about 93% of schools still don't have any professional counselors on board. So that is the current state that we are today. I like to take up certain questions, Sanjay ji, and you rightly mentioned, I think the very important part in this business is we need to build our markets, and this will create a very compounded effect because your referrals will create more referrals and you have a bigger number of people coming back to you. My first question, Sanjay ji, is on the profile of people, because a lot of people, and is this certified, because today certified career counselors is what people look at. And they also work in collaboration with schools, colleges, universities, and also a lot of employment offices. So any kind of specific profile of people that you think is needed to be in this profession, any kind of certification which is required for people to become counselors?
Yeah, see, basically, as you're rightly saying, there are around 1 lakh counselors and there's a big demand. But if you look at it, out of those 1 lakh, how many are having the right tool to actually identify? That is just not there. They are still using that aptitude test and personality test and their interest tests, which are all they have been designed by some universities, some professors, some research papers, and they simply using it doesn't work for India. That's one. So most of the time, that is the reason where they are not getting genuine career counseling. Number one. Secondly, if you look at counselor certification, now we were also trying to understand, when I was also trying to, do how should I, because my background is basically into BE electrical and then MBA marketing. So when I wanted to shift to this line, I started wondering how do I do, and that's where I then decided that let me, based on this, try to get into some course in psychology, and then I did this 2 years of MS psychology. Basically, while doing that, I realized that even in India, whoever are doing psychology and they are saying that they are certified psychologists, because there's a big difference between psychiatry and psychology. Most people are not still aware of that. People think the psychologist means a doctor. It's not a doctor. You don't have to be an MBBS to be. Of course, psychiatry is, I keep on telling people, psychiatry is for people who are mentally not stable. And psychology is for the remaining 98% people who are mentally stable, but they still are confused. And that is where the concept of psychologist being a person who's good at understanding other people's feelings, analyzing them. So these are more soft traits. It's like becoming an actor. Now, what is the certification being a good actor? There can be so many people who give you acting certificates, but that doesn't make you a good actor. For that, you have to have it in you. So it's something like that. So right now, what we have seen is one of the people, we have current counselors are people who have done BA psychologies and who have done, MS in social service and so on. But that still doesn't help, because we have also realized that they have gone into that field because it was not a matter of their choice. When we took their test, we realized that they are not suitable. One of our counselors who actually joined us, we realized is not suiting. We took his test. We told him you would be doing better if you go into music and film script writing, and he's joined so, and right now he's producing some Marathi movies and some scripts. So it does work that, you know, people just because they have done a degree. So what we have again seen is a basic graduation, a communication, ability to connect with people. These are some things which really help. But I, from an electrical engineering background, if I am able to get, and again, I'm able to do the research which no psychologists have done, and I'm able to get this and file a patent. And so all this also surprises me, that why nobody has been able to do, because people are simply nobody thinks out of the box. They are simply following the straight jacket thing and hoping that, like right now, when a parent came to me and say, I want my son to be IIT, I said, why do you want him to get into IIT? He says, no, I want him to be an IIT engineer. I said, very good. So now which IIT you want him to go to? He said, whichever is the best IIT. I said, okay, let's say IIT Bombay, but then which engineering he wants to do? He says, now whichever is the best. I said, how do you mean whichever is the best? Suppose he gets IIT. Sorry. He said, no, we will, that is not what we would like. So then I said, please understand first, why do you want him to send him to an IIT? And which engineering you want him to do. And if you say, I want him, then he said, I want to make him a computer engineer. I said, now look at how many seats are there for computer engineering in IIT Bombay. There are.
Sanjay ji, you've gone mute.
Would you be able to focus on getting your child in the top 30 category? Now, if your child doesn't have it in you, then why are you, you make him a computer engineer by any other means, but IIT and having that, passion, which he will never get through. And the end result would be the student will feel that, he is not up to it. That's what majority of the students who do IIT end up feeling incomplete. They end up feeling that we don't have it in us to become an IIT engineer, end up getting frustrated. And then that is the entire starting point of creating a sort of a bunch of, demoralized students. And our students are very, they're smart.
You've gone mute.
So that's where we would come down that,
Sanjay ji, I'll take up very quickly some questions because, we're coming close to our time limit. Is there a fee of a follow-up from the student? You talked about on an average about 3,000 rupees per student, which includes counseling fee and the test fee. Is there also a follow-up fee which is charged? And if that,
yeah, normally,
what was that?
Normally we leave it to the franchisee to decide. It can be anything from 1,000 rupees to 1,500. Officially, we have kept it at 1,000 rupees for every meeting for 1 hour. So, but they can charge accordingly. If they feel they can charge 500, we keep that flexible. And so the number of time, because otherwise they keep on coming and every time they keep on disturbing. So we want to have that's another experience we had, that once you are explaining, people want to keep on coming again and again. So unless they are really serious about it, that's where we put 1,000 rupees. They have to book an appointment and come down and spend an hour. So 1 hour, 1,000 rupees. That's the sort of approach.
Okay, so one thing which I again take up, which is again do we need a certificate or not? So there's no certification which is required to be a counselor, right?
That is where our training part comes in, and we certify the counselors as CAP counselors. So what we are doing right now is, whoever wants to be, we make them go through our sessions of, there's a 3-4 day training program. And post that, we realize and we give them a grade based on what we have assessed, that whether he is 50% okay or 40% okay or 90% okay, and we keep on grading. And that is going to be an ongoing thing, because we keep on getting feedback from students and teachers and parents also. So every time the counseling happens, we approach the teacher and parent, the student and parent, and ask them how they think was, and then try to identify and give the feedback to the counselor saying that you need to improve on this. So that's an ongoing process. But this is the certification, because no other certification can really help you. I have seen the best of, MS psychology people not really faring well and not really suitable for counseling at all. I mean, I'm surprised, because as I said, education is one aspect. Getting a degree, you can get 20 degrees by passing subjects. But for doing the job, you have to be good at your job. And that requires a different approach: soft skills, communications, a passion. Even if there's nothing, an empathy. So many things which need to be looked at. So we certify them actually. That's where we are coming out with CAP certified career counselors and psycho. So that's what we will be certifying them for this particular CAP certification.
Okay. Now, the question which I like to pick is, because there's a regular, like you said, your product is patented. There's also a lot of upgradation which might be required, based on the need of the market. So how often is this content or these tests updated to the need, which is
In fact, that's
currently
a
in the market?
very good question actually, and that is I always say when parents come to me and they ask me this, I keep on asking. I say we have an effect every day updating. Like there is a set of people who from research who keep on, like right now there are careers into Bitcoin which are part of it. There are careers into AI, cloud computing which are part of it. All these are continuously upgraded, and we keep it as a. So right now that's where we have 3,000. The number of careers will even increase. And also which are outdated, we try to remove them because there's no point trying to tell a career which has no future and no potential. So we try to do this is an ongoing process, an everyday process. The other side of story is like the same parents and students who are so curious about trying to question, they never go ahead and question the school counselor saying that what is the basis on which you are telling me this, or what is the basis. They end up in spending even, and I have seen people even like, and this is the need for the future. In fact, many US testings would also be coming in, but and there's the people who are charging MBTI around 35,000 rupees for taking the test. It is not for career counseling though, but people are using them also as a tool. So there is this, the market is obviously going to open up, and that's where our people would have the strengths of being high quality and low value sort of, and good delivery. That's the business model we are trying to get into.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. I see still questions coming in. एक मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ because we have a lot of people writing from all across the country. एक तो आप, will you be open for outside India? Outside Bombay, one, and second, within Maharashtra or Bombay, will you be open to making more franchises? Is one question which I would want you to answer.
No, we are looking at franchises all over. I mean, in fact, we are like online model में तो अभी लोग काफी लोगों ने सिंगापुर से, न्यूजीलैंड से टेस्ट लेके we have done the counseling, but the need for a personalized thing becomes a need. So we are open to expanding. In fact, our patent is in South Africa. Tomorrow we may even think of going up and setting up an office there. We keep on getting inquiries from there. But so there is a requirement wherever there is a high English speaking, especially even in Southeast Asia, there is a big, like Singapore, there are a few inquiries which have come in for us saying that how do we. So we are open to working at all the segments. And India, the way it is today, over the next 5 years, I know it's going to be the hub for most of the technology businesses. And we, in this segment, we want to be among one of the strong players who are there for genuine guidance and helping out students, creating a plan. In fact, my long-term plan would be also to give an end-to-end solution, saying that if you want to get, somebody comes across and says, I want to get into, let's say, hotel industry, or I want to get into dairy research. So which are the final dairy research top universities globally that we should look at? What are the things in New Zealand? What are the fees? What are the criteria? So probably an end-to-end dossier, which is what ideally a parent requires, and a support at various point of, if I don't go through this, what are the other alternatives? If I don't have this much money, what is the so keep on giving them support till they end up getting into. In fact, people who are working also, they before changing jobs, they now call us and they ask, no, should I take up this job or not? And then we try to look at their report and say, boss, you're not a people's person. This requires a lot of people working. So try to change yourself or look at a job which doesn't involve a lot of people interaction. So all that small things. There are many traits, of course, and it's an interesting fun. Like one who enjoys psychology, as I say, every time I see it, it's it's an interesting thing to understand the person and the way they are, and it's a good thing.
Okay. And Sanjay ji, कुछ questions और हैं quickly अगर मैं ले लूँ तो, अगर कोई customization कोई भी franchisee चाहता है, feel there's a certain demand in his market, will that be taken into consideration? जैसे कोई specific?
Yes. Because we have got one inquiry from actually from Chhattisgarh area where they wanted in a specific language and so on. But it has to be justifiable in terms of business because it involves investment in terms of software engineers and all that. So if it is justifying, we are ready to work and modify and work with individuals.
Language is one question which has come from Gujarat, and certain states they're not comfortable in English and which is the common language. Yes. Like Tamil Nadu.
It can be done. It can be done. It's a matter of a month or so for us to modify. But it has to be justifiable, the business, and it should not be that you end up creating a new language and then the person down there doesn't, because there are so many languages, so many. So we would rather not put the bullock before, the cart before the bullock. So let the bullock come and then we'll come out with the cart and make it work.
Sure. Thank you, Sanjay ji, for answering all these questions. I still have many more coming in. We can't take so many questions, so I would advise we fix up a date in this week or the coming week where we can reach out to all the investors who have written to us, and we can get them on a one-on-one call with you.
Great,
Over
great.
to you. Right. So before we close, Sanjay ji, Gaurav, you want to add anything before we close? You're on mute.
Very interesting session, and it is a very good opportunity, especially in current times, because in current times people want opportunities which are sustainable. This is a very sustainable opportunity. Once you build it up, this is you can become a counselor for life. It's already proven tool, which means the patented tool which is coming in, which gives you an advantage on anybody else. But you see your fitment. If you feel that you also have traits of being a successful counselor like Sanjay ji himself is, then this can be a huge combination. You don't have to do what he did for the first 3-4 years. I know he must have gone through a big struggle. Now he can really jumpstart your career. So you will be able to save that years of effort to build something which is built in his own territory. You can build in your own territory, and this can become a very, very good business, especially for women entrepreneurs. Why Sanjay is a as a male, he is doing it, and I feel that this opportunity is because I personally feel this. I might be wrong, but they're more sensitive towards a lot of traits of students and so on and so forth. So, but Sanjay has an exceptional tool because he is able to do it as a male. But I think as a woman entrepreneur, this can be a huge opportunity. It's a good business. You will love the business because you're dealing with students and dealing with their sensitivities and problems and so on and so forth. So, and this is going to be a very big, because as the society moves up, the anxiety in students, in their careers, in their futures, in uncertainty, in the times we are living in now, professionals would come for counseling. These days, professionals would come because a lot of job changes would happen, a lot of career changes would happen, a lot of business changes happen. I know what anxiety people are passing through. They need somebody to talk through and ask right questions. I know people would change careers for good, and always there is a time where maybe somebody was big in music and he, because of his compulsions at home, he took a job and now the job is not there. He might like to pursue something on else, and there's a lot of new things, new careers coming out these days because of this new digital life which is happening. People have found new career opportunities which were never there, and they're very successful. So this is a good time to really help people to pivot and see that how they were able to change their lives and help people in their critical decision making. So thank you, Sanjay, for coming over. Your last remark to our audience, and Sonia, your remark, and before we invite Archana for thank you.
So let me thank Gaurav ji and Sonia ji for addressing this subject, because this is basically a very against the trend sort of a business model, but it is a need of the hour, and we are into the business of spreading happiness, spreading genuinity, giving clarity, and helping out students, parents in terms of helping them look at the life with possibilities, with the positivity, with optimism. So we are a part of the gang which is trying to create the new sunrise in the new India. And I would be happy to associate with more and more people who want to be part of this. And every time you counsel and a parent calls and thanks you, for saving them money or helping, and the child is now got the job in the right direction, it's a different feeling. And at least for that feeling, and that sort of justifies for me whatever I've left from the corporate sector and the amount of efforts, money, time that I've put in. But one small smile from a parent, from a small Raigad district, and I'll give you a small example and close it. I was with Ronnie Screwvala. We were surveying the schools in Raigad, and one of the schools, the girl came, and Ronnie asked him, "So how are you?" She said, "Sir, अच्छी हूँ." "Sir, आप खुश हो रहे हैं क्या? आप कैसे रहा 10th में?" "Sir, 10th में फेल हो गई मैं." "तो सर आप फेल हो गई, तुम हंस रही हो?" तो बोला, "सर सर ने बताया था ना मैं ब्यूटिशियन करने का, तो फिर मैं ब्यूटिशियन कोर्स ज्वाइन कर लिया ना, मैं 10th तो कभी भी पास कर सकती हूँ, अभी तो मैं ब्यूटिशियन कोर्स ज्वाइन किया." And that was like, Ronnie was like, so he says, "Sanjay, now I can see that you made a difference here." And I said, "So this is what it is we're trying to do. We are trying to change lives at the smaller segment. People who can do a retail job, why should they end up spending money in doing, coaching classes for various entrance exam. You look at your retail segment, you look at your design segment. There are so many areas which you would be good for, and you are not aware of them. And that's where the real problem lies. That's where we come into just showing you a 360-degree possibility that you are there. Now, after that, it's your call. But right now, like for us, for me, that is the biggest thing. I always say that if somebody had told me during my time that there is a test like this, and I would have not done my engineering and MBA, I would have simply straight away gone into psychology and done it, and probably got into the segment where I really am passionate about. But I wasn't aware of it. So at least that part should not happen to the next generation, because now it is more costlier, and the amount of money that we spend is humongous. I'm sad to see that people take loans for sending children abroad, and it's for degrees they are not even aware of. And that's really sad to see. But at least when we become a part of the solution, that's where I'm trying to attract more people to be part of that. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and all the best to whoever is listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछूंगी, किसी ने ना इन्वेस्टमेंट दोबारा पूछी है, because we only talked about 5 लाख फ्रेंचाइज फीस. इसके अलावा और कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करनी है उनको, कोई सॉफ्टवेयर में,
और कोई नहीं बस और
सॉफ्टवेयर में कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट. So it's only 5 lakhs investment, because 2-3 people again
yes. Association, that is for association for that particular geography, and once we tie up in an MOU, we mention the geographical region, and then they become, so we don't appoint anybody else in that region.
Okay.
And all inquiries and everything, and then we work with them to develop their brand in that region. So that's an association fee, and we work together. That's how it is.
Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. I'd like to say it was a very honest, very candid, and a very interesting conversation we had with you. There are very rare times we have these open conversations. And I think you've been very open even about your own 5-year revenues that you generated from 4 lakhs to 35, 36 lakhs in the last year. Many companies only start with the last year revenues that they make, and that's the kind of dream they showcase. But I feel you have been very open about it, and shown the right direction to a lot of people who actually want to get into this career. And just to repeat what Gaurav said, I think profile, practice, and performance, these are 3 important things which everybody should focus on. And emotional intelligence and empathizing with the parent and the child is the most important aspect in this business. They don't want to be treated like a commodity. So exactly. Empathizing and getting this EI, emotional intelligence, is one important I would say characteristics which every franchisee should have in them.
Sure, exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Mr. Sawant, and I'm really hopeful that many of the investors, they are excited to join your gang. Thank you so much, all the participants who have shared these queries. We'll definitely try to align your tri-party calls, one-to-one call with Mr. Sawant. Thank you so much, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, for sharing your insights, your views on industry. The recorded version of this particular webinar and rest of all the webinars where we presented you more than 200 business opportunity are available at the Facebook page of Franchisee India Brands Limited. That's the site where you can go and you can check out again all those videos. Franchisee India Brands Limited. You can also connect with us, connect with Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their respective LinkedIn IDs, along with our recently launched business hotline number, which is 9717683838. We would love to get your queries, your suggestion, feedback, so that we can serve you in much better manner. Look forward to have you on these hotline number. But before,
for every sorry to interrupt, Archana, every webinar we do, our follow-up discovery day we do with the brand. For CAP, we will have a discovery day on 1st. So if you are interested to join the discovery day, which means that you want to talk one-on-one with Sanjay, and then please book yourself. Send a request on the business hotline, which is 97176838838. Book your slot with Sanjay on 1st of August. We will be able to take, so we give 4 or 5 days so people can share their profile, they can put the slot in time, so you get a valuable time and everybody gets time. So that's the slot. Please book yourself and send it on our WhatsApp. We will set your appointment with Sanjay, one-on-one discussion, ask your questions, and if it is for you, then you can become also a successful student counselor, career counselor. Okay, over to Archana.
Thank you, sir. But before we say final goodbye to you, yet it's weekend and we are too excited to present you more than 15 business opportunities. Don't forget, it's Saturday and Sunday. We have just concluded one webinar today with you. Now we are inviting you for another exciting webinar on Rasna. जी हाँ, ये नाम और ये चीज जो हम सब ने कंज्यूम की होगी. We are inviting you for Rasna webinar today sharp at 3 o'clock, where Gaurav sir and the team will talk about this great brand. और आप अपना business शुरू कर सकते हैं with this great brand. Following with that, again, the franchisee guru, Mr. Gaurav Maria, digitally talking to you how you can select your right business. It's a webinar, franchisee sahi hai, for all of you. Join us today sharp at 6 p.m. You
So
want to add?
this is a webinar which Sonia and I lead, and this is a webinar which is designed for investors, purely for investors, because they come for sometimes for listening the brand, but they don't do their self-assessment of how they can. So every Saturday we do this at 6 o'clock. It's about helping you to understand how you should select a right franchise to invest, and what it takes after you've taken a franchise, what steps you need to take. So today we are talking about that. So please join us at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Tomorrow, it's Sunday, and it's again a special day for us. So presenting you India's first e-clinic brand, where you have a chance to meet two IITians from Bombay, Arnav Sinha and Abhishek Kumar, talking about this great brand. And today we are launching them digitally. So I would request Gaurav sir to
So this
add.
is a revolutionary. This has been discussed and talked about in the industry for last a decade. That eventually healthcare would have also moved digital, but technology was not up to the mark. Technology takes a lot of validation, and now with this pandemic, people have realized that good doctors are only clustered in some markets. So which means the top doctor is in Delhi and would not be available the same doctor in maybe Jharkhand. But technology now enables us that we can do active consultations, diagnostic capabilities, even in a smallest place through technology. So this is India's first e-clinic, e-polyclinic, where you would get all the general physician structures. It also has different models. It has from diagnostic to your OPD, and a phenomenal model. Both the two top IITs both have produced and run previously. They're very, very successful businesses, and now they've come together to build something which is revolutionary. And this is a very big opportunity. So please tune in 12 o'clock tomorrow for phenomenal opportunity. I would call it this is an opportunity for the next 2 decades. You will see the whole digitalization of healthcare, and India would play a front runner in this whole space.
Following with the show for emissions, we have Bangalore show, where we are presenting you more than 10 opportunity. You can join us for all these phenomenal brands, as well as for investor webinar, Rasna, Franchisee Sahi Hai, Remasis, and Bangalore Franchisee Show. We really want to thank you for joining us on all the webinars, and hope that we are able to cater all your services, to cater you all with the business of options and opportunities. We finally saying goodbye as of now for this particular webinar, but do join us for Rasna webinar at 3 o'clock and Franchisee Sahi at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much from our side. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you. Good day
Thank you
ahead.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay ji.